All right, and we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my live tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. For those of you who may be meeting me for the first time, my name is Ying Harlan from Ontario, Canada. I'm a mom, a wife, and a grandmother, and I'm grateful to be here connecting with all of you and having meaningful conversations with professionals from different industries. Like many of you, I started as an employee, structured hours, responsibilities, and long term retirement plans. But I realized I wanted more control over my time, income, and that's what led me to this digital business. Tonight's live is special because I'm joined by three amazing guests who bring valuable experiences from their respective fields. Our first guest is a retired science teacher who dedicated many years to educating and shaping young minds. His experience in education has given him a deep understanding of lifelong learning and growth. Welcome to the stage, Noy. Hello, Noy.
Hello, Yang. How are you guys? Good evening. Good evening from New York, and good evening, Yang,
Uh,
who is based in Canada, right?
yes.
And good morning and good afternoon to our viewers from a different on the other side of the globe. So I'm thankful to be here, and it's my first time to be with Yang's Go Live, and I'm excited to talk about things that are related to our online business.
All right. Thank you very much, Noy.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Our next guest is an early childhood educator who works closely with young children, helping build strong foundations for their learning and development. Welcome, Sis Bernadette. Hello, how are you?
Hello, hello, hello. Hello for those who doesn't know me yet. I am Bernadette, originally from Baguio City, Philippines, and now living here in Canada as an early childhood educator, a proud digital business owner, and a child of God.
All right, thank you, Sis Bernadette. And the next guest is a retired government employee who spent many years serving the community through public service. Her journey gives us a valuable insights about career transitions and planning for life after retirement. We have Sis Mavic. Well, Mavic, welcome to the stage. Hello, Sis Mavic.
Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to wherever you are watching from around the world. My name is Mavic. I'm originally from the Philippines, from Pangasinan. So, kumusta kayo na amilitan? I am currently living here in the beautiful Alberta, Canada. I am a wife, a mom, and a grandma. And I am a proud digital business owner. And prior to becoming a digital business owner, I used to work for the government of Alberta. I retired as a lab scientist at the age of 55. And now I am teaching and mentoring parents, moms, retirees like me to earn extra stream of income through digital business.
All right. Thank you, guys. Again, I wanted to thank you for um, coming to my live tonight. So some of them a few changes, but I really appreciate your presence, and I hope we can inspire some people for tonight. So we're not going to take too long. We're just going to dig into our discussion. I think the first one I have here is for Noy. Second, the question is after many years of teaching science, what life lessons did you learn from your students? And the
Yes.
world is changing very fast today. How do you see professionals adapting to new opportunities? The floor is yours, Noy.
All right, thank you so much, Yang. Good evening, Bernadette and Victorina, who are both from Canada. All right, so the first question is about what life lessons uh, did I learn from being a teacher from my students. So there's a lot actually, and I would like to point out something that um, I can carry and I can use as an online business owner myself, since the bottom line of our business is to become mentors, right? So to me, it's empathy. So it's any teacher will have to understand the different learning abilities of students. That not all students will be able to uh, get or have a grasp in full capacity of the lesson right away. For some of them, it will take time, so there's a need for constant practice over and over again, right? So before I will have to move on to the next lesson, everything has to be cleared out first in terms of their understanding. So I have to put myself in the shoes of every single students in the class that I'm teaching, so that I will have to know whether they're ready for the next lesson or not. So have to be empathetic with them, right, and listen to them with whatever they need to understand in the lesson that I'm introducing to them in the class. All right, just because we have different learning abilities, and I will have to address that also, because my purpose of being there as a teacher is to be able for them to be successful in every lesson that I have to deliver to them, that I have to impart to them. So, as an online business mentor, I carry that with me, and I have to understand also that my business partners have their own ways also of grasping the business. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I understand also that some of them may need more guidance in terms of the technological aspect of the business. All right. So I have to come into this business in the capacity of being able to understand the needs of each of my business partners in the same way that I did with my students back when I was in the classroom. So it's empathy, right? So the second question was if you would don't mind repeating it again for me.
The second question is, the world is changing.
Hmm.
How do you see professionals adapting to new opportunities?
Okay, so professionals should see that there's a lot of opportunities around them, right? So in the modern world, uh, in the world of social media, so they don't have to go anywhere else, but they can just confine themselves in their respective homes and be able to see it online. Okay, so jobs nowadays are unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just like myself, when I joined in the business, I did it before I retired. Okay, so I took the opportunity of I am not a business inclined person myself. I didn't have the experience in business. I never realized and I never intended myself to be a business person, but I took action just because I was attracted and I was inspired by another teacher that I did not see her as someone who will be ending up as an online business owner herself. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's very inspiring. So it's not because you know what you're getting into right at the moment. It's not clear to you yet.
Yeah.
So just take the chance of just be curious enough to learn about it, and who knows, right? You get the clarity when you get into what you're going to get into, right? So take the chance of knowing what's around you, because there's a lot of opportunities that will prepare you um, for retirement. Okay, so we could ask like, are you financially ready for retirement? So I am a retired person. I would like to ask those who are still working, and let's say, for example, they're now at the point of their career when they're starting to think about retiring, but somehow they're kind of not ready yet because of the financial aspect of it. So if you see some opportunities online or like that you can see in the internet, it is just around you, take the chance to be curious about it, study it, and who knows, that will be a chance for you to uh, really prepare you for retirement. Maybe you may not have to wait that long to really decide to retire. Maybe earlier than
Mm-hmm.
what you intend to plan for to retire. So take the chance, take the opportunity, learn about it, right? So there's a lot of them around us. So take that opportunity to learn every single opportunity that comes your way. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Noy, for sharing that. Actually, my
Mhm.
takeaway for that topic is that it's never too early or it's never too late to start
Exactly.
thinking
Mhm.
about your future.
Correct.
Being curious and staying open minded and
Mhm.
surrounding yourself with supportive people can open
Mhm.
doors that many may not have considered before.
Mhm.
So, narinig nyo yon mga viewers. Take a chance. There's nothing wrong in taking a leap of faith. Kasi
Mhm.
sabi nga nila, it's ano raw um, what, go with your guts.
Correct.
Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Sometimes they say that, right? All right. Thank you for that. Our next speaker is going to be Sis Bernadette. Okay. And the question is, while working with young children requires patience and dedication, what has this career taught you about people and life? And the second question is, early childhood education shapes the future. Why is this stage so important in a child's development? The floor is yours, sis.
All right. Thank you, Sis Ying, for this wonderful opportunity for me to share to everyone who are watching us right now. So this is Bernadette once again. So the my answer for number one would be working with young children teaches you that every person grows at their own pace. It reminds you that patience, consistency, and encouragements are powerful tools, not just in the classroom but in life. You begin to understand that confidence is built, not given, and that small daily efforts create lasting impact. So it also shows you that people need guidance, belief, and a safe space to grow. So just like children, adults also need support, mentorship, and opportunities to discover their potential. So this is exactly what I've seen in my digital business. So many people start unsure, skeptical, just like a child learning something new. But with the right environment, the training and the support, and the system, they grow, build confidence, and eventually create results they once thought were impossible. So that's for my number one. And for number two question, why is early childhood education so important in a child's development? So, trivia to everyone, the developmental part of any individual is from 0 to 5. So, that is really very, very crucial. So, in early childhood is the foundation of everything. So, I want to reiterate that again, guys. Early childhood from 0 to 5 is the foundation of everything. It's where children develop their mindset, behavior, social skills, and confidence. So the lesson they learn during this stage shape how they see themselves and the world around them. So, a strong foundation leads to stronger future outcomes, whether
Correct.
academically, emotionally, or socially. So, in the same principles applies in my digital business or our digital business. The beginning stage is very, very crucial. The habits you build, the mindset you develop, and the skills you learn early on determine your long-term success. So when you start with the right guidance and environment, you set yourself up for sustainable growth. So that is really very important, and I can relate that to my business. So, whether in early childhood education or in digital business, one truth remains: growth takes time, and the right environment matters. And with patience and consistency, transformation is possible. Just like we help shape young minds for the future, we also have the opportunity to build a better future for ourselves, one step, one lesson, and one decision at a time.
All right. Thank you, Sis Bernadette. That's very good explanation. That reminds us how that the work of early childhood educators goes far beyond the classroom, right? They help lay the foundation for child's future learning, character, and development, which is why patience, dedications, and passion are so important in this profession. Um, Actually, your work reminds us how important it is to support and appreciate educators who play such a vital role in building the next generation. We will go back to that. I have a question later on to each one of you. I will have Sis Mavic on the stage. And the question is, what made you open your mind to exploring opportunities outside your profession? What mindset shift helped you start something new?
Thank you so much, Sis Jing, for that great question. It really relates to who I am. So, what made me open my mind to exploring opportunities outside my profession? Well, after I retired from my career as a lab scientist, and I am so grateful for all those years, but at the same time, I started to think about what life would look like moving forward. So, like many retirees, I'm sure I could relate to Brother Noy as well. I began looking for ways to supplement my retirement income, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. I wanted to stay prepared, independent, and continue to enjoy a happy lifestyle without constantly worrying about finances. So at first, I thought the only option was to go back to something familiar, maybe part-time work in a similar field again. But deep inside of me, I knew I didn't want to go back to the same routine or the same schedule because I already had given my many years to that chapter of life, right? So why would I go back again? So what really opened my mind was this realization that, just because I retired from my profession, it doesn't mean I have to stop growing or creating new opportunities. I started becoming more open and curious, and I began learning from others who were doing something different, and especially those building online and working from home. And I remember asking myself this simple but powerful question: what if there's another way to earn, live, and still have that freedom I value? We all value time freedom in our lives, right? So that question changed everything. I've chosen to explore. I allowed myself to step outside my comfort zone and consider something new, something that aligned more with the lifestyle that I wanted in this season of life of retirement. I am grateful that finally I've found this online business with proven system. And it was a perfect fit for me because that's what exactly what I was looking for. That allows me to have the time freedom, flexibility, and continue to have purpose in life. And ever since, I never looked back since. And you know what? Sometimes all it takes is to have that moment of openness and to discover the path that you have never imagined for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did. That was the decision. That was my opening decision to step into this digital business, taking a leap of faith. Okay, the second question is what mindset shift helped me to start something new? This is very to be honest, this is kind of uncomfortable with me. But the biggest mindset shift for me was moving from the security and the familiar to faith in new possibility and trusting the process. Coming from my traditional profession, I was used to very structured stability and with precision work because I work in the lab, right? So when I'm working in the lab, I make sure that I am reviewing the standard operating procedure before conducting my lab experimentation. So But stepping into this digital business, it taught me to embrace flexibility, adaptability, of course, and trusting in the process. So my mindset, I shifted from thinking I need to know everything before I start, because that was my nature of work. So my mind was imprinted to that, daily work, daily routine. I make sure everything will pass the quality control. But in the digital business, I can learn as I go. And I also began the value of this business that offers, the portability, the automation system, and the flexibility that I love. So it is something that I can work from home at my own pace and without being tied to a fixed schedule or location. So instead of trading my time for income, I started building this something that can continue to work in the background, which is the automation. And that idea alone has changed how I see the work and life. It's more manageable and doable. And most importantly, I replace my fear with action, not because I have no doubts, but because I have chosen to move forward despite those uncertainty. So that was the mind shift that I have in my mind. I have to start something new because it's doable. It's something that I could learn as I go. Thank you so much, Ying.
All right. Thank you, Sis Mavic. Another important realization is that growth usually begins with being open minded and
Mhm.
willing to step outside of our comfort zone. Many
True.
successful journeys start not because someone had all the answers, but because they were willing to learn, explore, and take the first step. Thank you so much, sis. All right. Thank you so much for all your sharing. And I do have a question, and I actually um, I'm glad that I have two teachers here. I have two teachers. Actually, whatever you said about teaching your students, especially Sis Bernadette, just teaching some very young. Are you teaching like how old are the students you're teaching?
For now, like turning two. Before I was with 3 to 5. So
Turning two?
yes,
Oh my
younger
gosh!
version.
Oh
Younger
my
version.
gosh!
Now I am now with the younger one, but for my previous 9 years, I am with the 3 to 5. So
Wow.
colors,
So
something
they
like
could
that.
hardly speak though. Like I can hardly
Yeah.
add two. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that is, they call them terrible twos, right? the the 2-year-olds, right?
Two to
Wow. I didn't
three.
know that you were teaching at that young age. I thought they were like 5 or 6 or that, like in grade school,
Frisbee.
no?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Because you know what? The reason I asked is because whatever you said, like in this day and age, we do it. It starts from when they they start learning things, right? And that's what you wanna to train them. It's
Yes.
just like a parent. We wanted to show our children what are the things you're supposed to do, and because they carry that over at their when they get older. Because I will tell you something about my kids, right? They're older now. They're on their own now. When they were young, we always have like family get together. We always have like in Canada, Noy, we have family day. In February, we have family day. And we celebrate that as like it's a holiday, statutory holiday. So like it's like a get together for a family, and actually it just starts like the last 10 years, was it? Right? We never had it before. So we always have like a dinner, get together, And one year, for the life of me, I totally forgot that it's a family day weekend, and me and my husband went away. That we went on vacation, right? And it's family day, and I just realized when we were away, I think we were in Aruba, and I was like, oh my God, it's family day. we totally forgot the family. Do you know what? Because they're all older now, what they did is they got together with all the brothers and sisters, and they just, so everybody brings food and everybody just bought something, like ordered and stuff, and they have to get together here at home. They had like a
Nice.
family dinner. It's just because you know what, they're used to doing that, right? So you kind of like shape them to be like, okay, you guys gotta have to have a family get together every family day. I'm just sharing that. Now it has nothing to do with the business, but it's just like a personal thing. But that's what I'm trying to say. We shape the young people, their minds into being positive, being whatever um every parent's wish for their child. So like in the Philippines we always like, whatever you do, finish your school. You know?
Mhm.
Kahit may pera o wala, kailangan matapos ka ng school mo, ng schooling mo, right? 'Di ba? Sa atin 'yun ang
Yeah.
ating
Mhm.
ano ba yung tawag do'n? 'Yun ang goal ng ating parents. Talagang magpapakapagod sila para lang mapag-aral ang bawat anak, ang mga anak nila. It's so true
Tama.
to me. Anybody can
Tama.
relate to that? Anybody can share something? Come on.
Yes. My dad, he used to work in Saudi Arabia. You know those years na maraming taong nagpupunta ng Saudi
Oh, yes,
Arabia.
yes.
And what he have told me, kagaya ng sabi mo, Sis Ying, tapusin ang pag-aaral muna. Right?
Mm-mm.
And because sabi niya, your education is a passport to your success.
Mm-hmm.
So, yung sinabi na yon na-imprint sa akin. Na-imprint
That's
sa
good.
akin. And I did. And also, I did really study hard kasi ayoko siyang, I don't want to disappoint him. I want to
That's
be
so
proud
true.
of
That's so true.
him.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, I want to be proud of his hard work para sa akin, para
Yeah.
makapasok sa university and finish my degree. So sabi ko, after my graduation, I would like to dedicate my certificate to my dad for his hard
Oh,
work.
so nice.
So
Yeah.
ayun. Tapos nung naging mami na rin ako, I passed that on. That
Yeah.
education is also important. The discipline to work hard,
Oh, yes.
dahil kapalit ng success yan. Kahit
Mhm.
papano, you have so many challenges in your life, but as long as you get straight to that, the foundation, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Sabi rin ni Brother Noy, and always the foundation. We always have to have a strong foundation of learning. Kasi pag if you're learning everything, nothing can come, obstacle to you because you always know that there will be a solution. You'll become a problem solver
That's true. That's
pagka-disiplinado
true.
ang mind mo, right? And positive mindset. Yeah. Now I understand
Right.
what's all the mindset all about.
Yes. Yes. That's so true. And then, you're right when you say like, yeah, I don't want to disappoint him. And I was in high school and my parents put me to a private school. And
Mm.
private school is like you have to pay, right? The tuition and
Mm.
everything. So, but if
Yeah.
you fail, they have to pay again to repeat, right? And
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my
Yes.
God, I really have to work hard. Oh my God. So, sabi ko, I really need to study and I need to pass like really good, have good grades. Di
Mm.
naging star ako ng school. Oh,
Wow.
di
Congratulations.
ba? Oh. Oh, ikaw naman, no, mag-share ka ng iyong ano mo.
Okay, totoo talaga yan na yung sa mga growing up years natin, yung mga adults sa ating buhay, naglilita ka ng mark yan kung paano sila nakipag-relate sa inyo. So sa akin naman, sa aking parents, especially sa aking late mother, the belief on prayer. So my mother was very prayerful. I mean, my father too, but especially my mother, she was very prayerful, and my belief in prayer has been having a great impact in myself. Like I have it on my own. Like since I got into the U.S., I'm by myself. I'm single. I have to tend to myself with whatever challenges I had that have been coming into my way, and of course, my anchor is has always been prayers. Okay, so I always believe in prayers, and I'm always reminded of my mother when it comes to things that are quite difficult. right, to deal with. And because of my belief in prayers that I got from my mother, it's actually an important legacy that I got from her. But I also have to give credit to my father also, right? Because of prayers, I'm able to face all the challenges that have come my way, and of course, for as long as we live, there's always those challenges, right? So I will always have to face them with prayers. And I got that legacy from my parents, especially from my mother.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
Mhm.
I do the same thing. Like
Mhm.
I go to church and everything. And my kids went to Catholic school the whole time.
Mhm.
I just wish they could continue it to their children, you know.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
naman, Sis Bernadette, ano mo share mo?
Mag-share ko, that is regarding kung ano yung, actually is a combination of CS Mavic and SOC, about being prayerful.
Mhm.
My parents are always very, very prayerful. And at the same time, they are always saying that education is the only wealth that I can pass on to you. So we are not so rich, but we are not so poor as well. But then my mom and my dad will always tell me that you have to finish your college degree for
Mhm.
you to have a greener pasture. We
Mhm.
cannot give you anything. That's the only treasure or kayamanan that I can give and
Mhm.
pass to you. And when I graduated, by the way, for those who doesn't know, I graduated as a working student, and of course, working student in my school, and as well as in a very famous fast food in Philippines. So I work there. Why? That the training of that well-known fast food really helped me a lot to where I am right now. Aside from my parents guidance and mentorship, that training that gave me the discipline, the consistency, that following all the rules and all that stuff, and even being punctual, that I've learned
Mhm.
from that
Mhm. Mhm.
famous fast food in Philippines. And I'm so proud to say that I am a working student, and it's so hard. Even it's
It's
really so
hard.
hard. It's really so hard, and I'm proud of myself because with that I am so trained with a lot of things: discipline, how you look like, how you value
Mhm.
money, how you be
Mhm.
being consistent of what you do on what aspect or one area of your life. So that might be in your work, in your career, in your school, in whatever drives into one totality of myself. So I'm grateful for my parents because with that they've um, implanted that prayer moves mountain, and at the same
Mhm.
time you have to have that faith plus action, then that's the success in life. So I'm so grateful and thankful that I have a parents like them, and also with the experiences that I do have
Mhm.
before, and where I am right now. So just being grateful and thankful to the Lord as always.
As
Yes,
always.
yes, so true. It's so true. Ang dami nating pinagdaanan, but the key is kasi pag educated ka, you can always easily you can learn easy, like
Mhm.
faster learner ka. Um anyways, just to go back to our business, how did everyone get into the business? Like how did you guys, like, just a quick overview of how
Mhm.
did you get into the business? Can we start with you, Noe?
Okay, so I I discovered the business from another teacher that I know already. So we actually are in the same Filipino Teacher Association that's based here in New York, and we always bump into each other during events related to that organization. But those times that she was already in the business, she never said anything about it, right? But I already noticed her on Facebook because we're Facebook friends, and I would see her like doing all these lives and all this, like she was speaking, right? And my first impression was, this is not for me because I don't have the gift of gab. I'm the shy type. But I cannot imagine myself doing all this stuff. Okay. I never did a video of myself prior to joining the business. So it was only when I joined the business when I had to learn how to record myself in a video, because I now see the purpose of doing it. Okay.
Yes.
In fact, before I get into the business, I was dormant on Facebook for like years because I didn't see the point anymore of
Yes.
what's the point of
Mhm.
posting all those pictures. Although I got myself into important chat groups to keep in touch with my family, with friends. Those are the only things that I get to visit Facebook back then before I got into the business, right? So, um, 3 years after that, she had a video, and it was an announcement of her that she's finally uh, retiring from her stable teaching job. Okay, she
Oh,
came to
okay.
the U.S. to become a teacher, just like myself in Maryland, and then after being in the business for 3 years only, she had the confidence, and she was really had a fixed decision to retire from her teaching job, right?
Mhm.
And then, well, that got me attracted. At that point, also, I was kind of like burnt out from my job. Okay, so parang malapit na ako mag-60s, and then at that time, like parang iba ng pakiramdam.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, ganyan. So, if there's a way to really make things in terms of retirement a little bit faster, okay. So it was a coincidence, and I took it a blessing. I will say it. I
Mhm.
took it a blessing that I found that video of her after 3 years that I noticed her, that when she decided that she's going to, she was already retired at the time she had that video. So I reached out to her, and I was really serious this time in asking about the business. And the rest is history. I joined the business. I mean, if you're going to ask me if I was skeptical or I was doubtful if it's a scam or not legit, I didn't have those doubts that it's not legit because I know her and I trust her. And who
Mhm.
would, like, for someone that I know, and then how I cannot imagine her like doing something that's not legit, that she's not sure about it. Okay, so it's not about the legitimacy of the business, but it's about more on my doubts if I can do it myself.
Yeah.
Because as I've said a while ago, I have no experience in business. I have no inclination to business. I never imagined myself becoming a business person. So, but I took action. I joined the business, and everything was cleared out to me once I got into the business. And that's how everything started with me. And a year after that, I'm thriving, and I've been enjoying my life as a retiree and as an online business owner myself and a mentor, right?
Mhm.
That's
Good
good.
job.
That's
I think,
good. Thank you. That's good. And so, did you find yourself like there's a big change from like being dormant from your Facebook and now you're like doing lives and all?
yes,
Because we all do the same thing, right?
yes,
Like
yeah,
maybe.
because the first time I did all the postings, like all my friends were, ano bang ginagawa mo? What are you doing? Because they've not seen me for a very long time doing all these postings of pictures. I never did like videos before. It's only pictures. But this time around, my postings was my postings were something that was out of my league, right? So it's not like the usual me, right? It's just all about I'm inspired by my online business, something like that. So that got them attracted, like curious about ano bang ginagawa mo? Ganyan. Ano ba yung business na yan? All right. So I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't realize that that time from that time on, parang maybe I'm I'm cut off with this. All right. So parang I was still curious, and somehow something positive got into my mind for me to keep moving and keep doing it every day, right?
Mm,
So I'm inspired by it.
that's good. That's good.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sis Mavic, how did you get into this business? Just a quick overview. I know I think I heard it already,
Yeah.
but I wanted to. you share it to the audience?
It was a blessings actually when I got into the business. I was in the moment. I was in the lowest season of my life. I was recovering from a surgery, and nowadays we all have this cell phone, right? So I was looking at my cell phone, and I found this digital business. On my newsfeed, and it's talking about, you can earn at home, flexibility, portability, and all that. And really those things, it applied to what I was looking for. And at that time, because I was looking for some change, I was really looking for some ways to supplement my retirement income. So I said yes to the business. So I did what it asked me to do, to register to that website, my email address and my name, and I ended up watching the webinar. And that
Mm-hmm.
webinar uh, was the starting point for me to take a leap of faith, because you know why? I've seen different walks of life there. It's not only people who are tech savvy or educated, but a lot of people, like even especially we are immigrants, OFWs, like even truck drivers, and then of course professionals like teachers, nurses, accountant, and even people from the airline industry who were doing this business. And the common ground was because they would like to provide stability to their family. And at that point, that was my mission too. So I took a leap of faith and I joined the business. And that advertisement actually, it was a young couple with a with a 2-year-old daughter, Sis Bernadette, and she was talking about while staying at home, she was earning at the same time, spending time with the family. And why can't I do that too? Like I want to spend time with my family while earning at home. And so that really gets me. And of course, just like Brother Noy said, I wasn't into social media either. I wasn't posting. My Facebook was dormant. And then when I started posting, my friends, I have a friend from Italy who reached out to me, what's this business all about? And then of course, because while we're training, we already have our website, so have given my website, and then he registered. That was my first business partner from Italy, a
Oh,
friend. And then
wow.
it grew, and then another friend has reached out to me, what's this all about? I said, watch the webinar and you go from there, because you have to do your diligence. I can't decide for you. You have to do you have to do your due diligence and see if this is what you've been looking for. So what they did, and then another friend again. So the attraction marketing, this is what I like in this business, because it's global. You're not tied up into just one country in Canada, but it goes everywhere because of the power of the social media. And with our training that they teach us how to do this, it is our advantage. So yes, I'm so proud to be
That's
a
good.
part of this digital business, and I would like to share this to everyone who are interested in looking for some change to earn extra income for their family. Check us out.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay, just a quick overview of how to get into the business is Bernadette.
Yes, um, my my work right now, that is my passion. So I really love working with kids, young minds. But then I thought to myself, I'm not getting any younger anymore, and I don't want to wait until the age of 65. So being with these kids, running around, playing with them and teaching them here and there. So I said, I love my job, really do. I really do. But I also wanted something for my future. So that's why I look into the internet, where everybody was really trying to look for that online business, digital business. So that's how I came up with that idea. So I said I really need to work on my early retirement. So I see a lot of videos, ads in the Facebook, like, but I said like, I'm not sure with this. But then one day, my best friend asked me about a digital business for the side hustle. So I was just really praying hard for that, and I said like, well. She's talking about that. I am praying about that, and there's an idea about that, and there's a bridge on doing that. So I said, she told me like, her manager back in Baguio City is having a business like a digital business like this, and she said like
Mhm.
she is totally different now, so you might as well check. That's why I ventured into it. And then when I watched that complimentary webinar, I never turned back, and I said yes, do the process from one to another, and here we go. I'm so grateful and thankful that I found that business, because this is an answered prayer for me. This is a
Yeah.
very long time a prayer that I keep on asking and praying to the Lord. So I know that with this in God's intervention, divine intervention. So I
Mhm.
grabbed this opportunity.
Mhm.
I asked for a sign, and I got the opportunity in just in front of me, and there you go. So that's a quick view of how I ventured into this digital business.
Wow, awesome, awesome. I'm gonna say quickly my how to get into my business to this business. Um, I'm very close to my cousin who lives in Hawaii, and she started posting this because she got into it. And I'm like, what is she doing? Like, I wasn't really, so I started asking her. The next thing you know, I see her like going everywhere, all over the place, right?
Mhm.
I'm like, what is that? And then she said, okay, just register to my website, blah 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 blah. And then I went and joined, and I saw the potential and the compensation benefit, and I was like, wow, really? I can do that? And then then they show you all this successful members of the business,
Community.
and I
Mhm.
was in
Mhm.
awe. I was in awe, and I'm like, wow, if they can do it, I can do it too.
Mhm.
So you know
Mhm.
what? We just have to thrive and keep trying harder, because sabi nga nila, pag walang tiyaga, ano
Walang
nga yun?
Mhm.
nilaga.
Pag walang tiyaga, walang nilaga.
Nilaga.
Tama ba?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
Right. 'Di ba? Sabi nila, sa pagtiyatiyagaan lang natin to business talk. Anyhow, we're at 47 minutes now, so I don't want to take too much of your time. If you could just quickly promote your business by your website. We start with Mavic again, and then Bernadette and Noy. Go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Mavic again. If you are at that moment, if you're stuck in your situation and you really want to have change in your life, feeling something like you are looking for something, some ways to earn extra income, please check our website. My website is www.mbhudson.com. Watch the free webinar. And if you have any questions after watching the webinar, please don't hesitate to contact me. Bye for
Thank
now.
you. Go ahead, Sis Bernadette.
Hi everyone. So this is just one liner. If you want to have a change, then make a change. There's no perfect time. The time to act is now. Faith plus action, that's the formula of success in life. So once again, you can go visit to my business website at www.bernadettejourney.com or any of the business website that you can see in the screen. We are all the same, one vision, one mission.
Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, Noy.
Okay, hello guys to all the employees or 95 with 95 jobs or business professionals. If you are already thinking of retiring and you want something to start off with, like a side hustle or a plan B, you can take a smart move of starting your own online business with my help or anyone in the panel. You can just direct message any one of us, or you can register your name and email address on any of the websites that you can see on the screen, and mine is www.soclamuchadigital.com. Thank you.
All right. Again, guys, thank you so much for sharing your honest experiences and insights with tonight. And your stories reminds us that everyone's journey is different, but
Mhm.
the willingness to learn and stay open to new opportunities can lead to meaningful growth. Once again, to our viewers, thank you so much for watching, and to those who are going to watch the replay, I wanted to let you guys know that you can register to any of our website here on the screen. We
Mhm.
have two Tuesdays and Thursdays that we have free complimentary webinar. And just to give you the overview of what we actually do, and then
Mhm.
if you want to get more details, we do have 149 US dollar that will give you access to learning tools and compensation benefits. But I wanted to reiterate that this is a 30-day money back guarantee. If that compensation benefit doesn't suit your lifestyle, we can always refund your money. Thank you again for watching. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Yeah.
Okay,
Bye. God
okay,
bless
don't go
everyone.
away, guys. Don't go away after. I'll end the stream. Bye.